Are you planning to study abroad? Do you have in mind to study in the United Kingdom? Well, hi, and thank you for joining this live stream study at Keele University International College in the UK. If you are interested in studying foundation programs, International Year 1, and pre-masters at Keele University International College in the UK, this live stream is for you. My name is Hugo Bustamante. I'm recruitment manager for Global Studies. Global Studies is an educational agency which helps you to apply to different destinations like the UK, Canada, Australia, US, Denmark, Spain, Lithuania, Holland, Ireland, Malta, Cyprus, France, and other destinations. You just have to contact us, and don't forget to follow us in our social media. You can find us as Global Studies UK in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and you can see that you have our WhatsApp number, our email address, and you can ask for your free guidance session. And don't forget to follow us to know more about the different options that we have and different destinations where you can study abroad. And now, we will be talking with Vladimir Yordanov. He's Director of Marketing and Admissions at Keele University International College. Hi, Vlad, how are you? Your microphone is...
Yeah, we are learning still,
Thank you,
right?
Vlad.
I'm great. Thanks, Hugo, for the invitation. I'm very excited to present today.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you here with us, Vlad, today. And we have a short video to show the audience, and we will go to it now. Vladimir. Well, I want to introduce you and talk a little bit about you. Vladimir Yordanov is the Director of Marketing and Admissions for the Keele University International College, with over 10 years of experience as a business development consultant in education, marketing, and international environments. Vlad is a Keele University graduate and a former president of the Keele Postgraduate Association. The opportunity to live and study in the US, Spain, and the UK helped him to develop many international and local contacts, which are his most valuable assets up until today. He can speak 4 different languages, including Spanish and Russian. And when he was a student at Keele University, he participated on the Erasmus Plus program in Spain for 6 months, and prior to that in the US for almost 2 years. Well, Vlad, I know that you are ready to talk us about the university, cost of living, accommodation, and all the study opportunities that the students has with Keele University International College. Yes.
Thanks, Hugo. A fantastic introduction. Thank you. Really, when I watched the video, I felt special because I can talk about Keo quite a lot, obviously from my personal experience. And today, my really kind of what I really want to achieve today is to talk about the experience you can get by coming at Keo and studying in DK in general, because I personally had the pleasure and I was lucky enough back in 2010 to select UK for my education, for my professional and personal development. I came as a student, like many of you, and here we are now, 2022, and I'm now talking about this experience. We're talking about Keele and we are talking about KUIC. So really, I feel privileged to have this opportunity and honor to share what I've learned and what you possibly could learn by coming to the UK, and in particular KUIC and Keele.
No, thank you for being with us. And Vlad, your presentation is ready. Please, you can go ahead.
Fantastic. Yes, I would love to. And as already you know, I'm representing Keele and KUIC for you today, and I really want to start first by saying that I originally come from Eastern Europe, a country, Bulgaria. And when I had to select back in the days what I wanted to do, why I want to study in the UK, for me, it was really important to see the progress of the university I'm selecting, but also specifically, and this is like a hint for you, specifically about the particular subject or area you want to study. Because for me, I wanted to study international relations. Hugo already shared with you, I love studying languages, different cultures. So for me, studying international relations was something which I really wanted to kind of pursue. And Keele, after the research I did back in the days, apparently was one of the top 5 for political studies in the UK. So sometimes by looking different stats, you can have a gathering or understanding what really matters for you. Because if I tell you, yeah, we have 97%, student satisfaction, or 97% of our students are going to find jobs or further education, that's great. But in your personal case, it's important for you to understand which of those stats will actually make sense for you, whether it is employment, whether you want to see a green campus, open campus, or you want to see specific teaching qualities of that particular subject you're interested in. So different stats will give you different understanding, but it's really up to you. For me, it was important to know that the campus has everything I need. It gives me, on one hand, the opportunity to study and focus on my education. On the other hand, also to have the opportunity to work and maintain my, obviously, cost of living by working part-time. And nevertheless, to have wonderful lecturers who understand my culture, the fact that I'm obviously from another country, I have my ideas, my enthusiasm, and they were able to kind of gather all this and give me the best possible outcomes from my degree. In terms of Keele particularly, if you check on Google, although for some of you, and we'll discuss this, you might not be aware where exactly is Keele. You might wonder, where is Keele? What is Keele? Well, Keele, first of all, it's a place. It's almost like a different city you will find But what is important for Keele to know is one of the few universities in the UK, perhaps in Europe, sustaining its own energy by alternative sources like solar panels you're seeing on the picture. More than 50% comes from alternative energy sources. And this is important, especially nowadays, with everyone talking about green energy, global sustainability, etc., etc. So this is something you will certainly find about Keele, maybe first thing you read about the university and the campus. Now, when we talk about the university, of course, it's important for you to know whether this particular university and the college, KUIC, for which we are going to talk in a moment, will offer you the desired area of interest or pathway or subject, whichever it is. Whether you want to study humanities and social sciences, this is one of our departments with, as you can see, few different schools. Then we have medicine and health science. And Keele currently is one of the top medical universities in the UK. And for some of you, unfortunately, we are still talking nowadays in 2022 about COVID-19. But perhaps few of you will know that the AstraZeneca vaccine was initially developed and then produced at Keele in our premises here. And again, our medical school is really top one. And the nursing program within the medical school is also an exceptionally good with very good quality. And then we have the natural science department where you can study computer science, mathematics, and many other options of your choice. Moving forward to the next slide. A bit more stats, different courses, how they are ranked. Again, from my experience, so many years already in the higher education sector, I know that many different websites will give you many different statistics. But again, for you, it's so important to think about what you want to study and then check for your particular subject whether this university qualifies well. Of course, the overall satisfaction is important, especially the one which comes from students. And Keele is currently ranked in top 3 in the UK for student satisfaction, which I think is something important for you to appreciate, because it means that those students voted, they have found a very reasonable balance between education, studies, work, leisure, etc., etc. Now, if you are to come directly to the university without coming first to KUIC, the college, you will obviously find different programs and different fees. And I do understand that nowadays, for all of us, it is important to make use in the best possible ways of our finances. And so Keele, it's certainly affordable university with excellent ranking again, but quite affordable. And if you are progressing from KUIC to either undergraduate, postgraduate, or MBA program at Keele, you will be paying the fees that you see here. Those are the ones for the undergraduate programs, and those are the ones you will be paying for your postgraduate programs at Keele. Now, again, nowadays, it's important to think about how we can study good quality education, but also afford this education as well. Because in the UK, the quality certainly is here, but it's not the cheapest place to be. But certainly, if you have an additional support, this could help. And one of the things Keele does is to offer scholarships. And for those of you who are coming directly to Keele for your undergraduate program or progressing from KUIC, the Keele University International College, you will be entitled to get £2,500 as a scholarship. All you have to do is to achieve good grades. And when I say good, I mean 65% or above from your either foundation, international year one, or if you're coming directly to your undergraduate program, you should have over 65% from your high school degree. This scholarship you see here again comes from Keele University directly, and it is available for all postgraduate students joining the university. As you can see, if you achieve first degree, you can get up to £5,000. 2-1 will give you 2,500, and 2-2 will give you £1,000 scholarship. Postgraduate programs, of course, are just 1 year. So if you have to pay, let's say, £15,000, if you come with a good grade from your undergraduate degree or your pre-master program with KUIC, then you can get one of the amounts shown here. And this is a scholarship available for those looking for an MBA program at Keele University. Now, in terms of the Keele experience, this is where I perhaps could share a bit more from my personal experience. And sorry if I talk too much about myself and my experience with the university, but of course I'm excited about it because I studied at that university and I have so many interesting stories to share. But few of them are related to how you find your balance. And when you come to Keele, which is perhaps in the top 3 largest campuses in Europe, you will see everything that you need for your education here. And most importantly, perhaps one of the good places where you can find this balance. Now, I know some of you might be intrigued by the opportunity to study, in London, Paris, Manchester, big cities, which is great. And I think, of course, those places could give you different opportunities and different added value. But Keele particularly will give you the time, the calm environment, and the balance that you need in order to achieve excellent grades from your education. And I myself, I was working 2 part-time jobs while studying, both of them on campus, and I was living on campus within the accommodation provided and studying on campus. And the good thing about the campus is that within the huge, large campus we have, there are private companies actually there. Some of them are actually related to research, marketing, different activities, where you as a student have the opportunity to really benefit from them offering part-time work and you getting in touch with them and offering your time to work part-time, but make sure that you don't work more than 20 hours per week, because this is one of the main requirements from the UK VI and immigration, but also because if you work more, you won't be able to focus on your education, and that should be, of course, your priority. Accommodation within our campus, again, large space, lots of buildings, lots of offers. I was reading recently, perhaps yesterday somewhere, that in the Netherlands, particularly in I think it was Amsterdam, they will no longer have any accommodation available because it's just not enough and they don't have any more spaces where they have to build accommodation for the students, which is really sad because obviously one of the main things for anyone coming, especially if you're a young person coming from abroad, you want to have accommodation on campus at least for the first year. And that's my recommendation for you guys, because if you are coming for the first time, especially to another country, it's always nice to be on campus. Easiest way to make friends, close to your place where you have to study. You have all the local amenities available to you. So I would always strongly recommend, at least for your first year, go for the university accommodation. And at Keele, we are very happy to give to all of our, especially KUIC students, we provide accommodation on campus. If you are a postgraduate student as well, or direct student with Keele, of course, you can also get accommodation available on campus, but make sure you apply before, I'd say, 15th of July if it's for September intake, and 15th of December if it is for the January intake. Because, as you can imagine, there are lots of students looking for accommodation, and if you are a bit early with your application, then you can secure a better deal for you. And there are different options depending on your preferences and, of course, your budget. I was previously living one of the accommodations at Keele. I had my own little room, but then few on the same floor were sharing with me the kitchen and obviously the bathroom. So, but the price, of course, was convenient. You have also individual flats where you can have everything for yourself, but then you pay a bit more for the duration of your studies. Keele also offers available accommodation around the campus, private accommodation with specifically selected landlords. And so when you come, when you become, officially a Keele student, then you receive access to an app, which app then gives you access to all the landlords in the area, what they offer, what is the requirement. Sometimes they require 6 months contract, 12 months, they require deposit, etc., etc. All of them have been pre-screened by Keele, and so you can feel secure to really get in touch with one of them. And then if you do, you can also select to go for a private accommodation. My personal advice from my experience, again, the first year is always good to have your accommodation on campus, and then you can move to a private accommodation in your second year if you are an undergraduate student, or if you're a postgraduate. Obviously, for 1 year, you can decide what's best for you. Our local area, again, where is Keele? This is, I think, important question to talk about. Now, as you can see, Keele itself, it's a small, like little town, almost like a village, and the whole campus is occupying it. But Keele strategically is exactly between Manchester, Liverpool, and Birmingham. If you imagine a triangle, you will see Keele being in a almost similar distance to all those three major cities in the UK. But even London, it's not far away. It's actually 90 minutes by train from Stoke-on-Trent, which is the closest city to Keele. And the closest town is Newcastle-under-Lyme. And this is a very nice little town offering even things like Saturday farmers market, where you can buy food from the local farmers, which is, of course, all bio, and it's fresh and it's good. And those things are really nice when you live in place like that. Another interesting story about Newcastle-under-Lyme I would like to share with you is my personal story. And as an international student, and like many of you are looking to be, back in 2010, when I selected Keele as my choice, I was traveling from Bulgaria to Manchester, which is the closest airport. When I landed, all I knew, and back in the days, it wasn't, internet and Facebook and all this wasn't that much available, but I knew that I have to go to Newcastle and to buy a train ticket, right? So that's what I did. I went to and I bought a train ticket. I said to the lady from where I bought the ticket, I want to go to Newcastle. She said, right, that's fine. I knew that the ticket, I was reading some comments before from other students, the ticket should cost me around £20. But then she said £67, and I remember exactly the amount. And I said, well, that's very expensive, but okay, my first time in the UK, I didn't know. So I said, okay, 67, that's fine. Then I found the train, I boarded on the train, and then the guy who was checking the tickets came half an hour after I already boarded. And he was checking my ticket. He obviously saw me that I'm not from there. He asked me what I do. I said I'm very excited because I'm joining a fantastic university, excellent experience, etc., etc. He said, so which is this university? I said, well, Keele. He said, oh, Keele University. I know this one. It's great. But what are you going to Keele? And I said, of course, yeah, to Newcastle. Well, he said, well, yeah, but maybe, young gentleman, you are mistaken, because the Newcastle you're heading to is actually Newcastle upon Tyne, the big city Newcastle, which is close to the Scottish border, and the one you're looking at is Newcastle under Lyme. So there are two different Newcastles, but obviously I had no idea coming for the first time. And actually the closest train station to Newcastle under Lyme and Keele is Stoke-on-Trent. And Stoke-on-Trent is the closest city to the university. So if you're coming nowadays, don't worry, we'll send you all the necessary information. You won't get confused or lost, I promise you that. The local area offers loads of activities to do. The biggest attraction place called Out Antin Towers is actually just 40 minutes away from Keele, and it's amazing, lovely place to visit. Now, during your studies, if you are coming from different countries, perhaps what I did, I was excited to learn another language, so I learned a bit of Spanish, and I then took a 6 months Erasmus program, and I went to live in Madrid, and that was one of my best really experiences ever. You can learn more than 15 different languages. General ones we all know: French, Spanish, Dutch, German. You can, I think, learn Russian as well, or something like Mandarin. But I promise you that if you are interested in languages or additional skills, you'll be able to do, to use them and to learn them while at Keele, because in your CV after that, when you're looking for jobs, every additional language, every additional skill will count towards your successful career. Yes, we have Career and Employability Center, which is open for you, and it can provide you with lots of advice and opportunity. One thing I can tell you, although Stoke-on-Trent is not one of the major cities in the UK, it offers lots of opportunities, especially for international people. There are big companies here in the region like Vodafone, Bet365. They all employ more than 5,000-6,000 international people because of their language skills, because of their education. When I graduated Keele, I was immediately employed by Bet365, which is one of the biggest regional companies, and I had excellent salary and opportunities for me to develop my career. So the opportunities are here for you if you want to pursue your career after graduation from Keele. There are some work placements as well while you're studying. So yeah, this is the part where I was talking particularly about Keele University, my experience with the university, and of course the opportunities for you if you select Keele for your education, your studies, and your personal and career development. Now a bit more about Keele University International College, or the way we like to say the KUIC family, because KUIC is really a family to us, the people that work with the college, but also to our students, because we always try to support our students, our lecturers, and to have something like a family and support each other. Now the college offers you the opportunity to progress with more than 230 progression degrees to Keele, with 2 intakes, 9 pathway programs, and guaranteed on-campus accommodation. So for those of you who want to come to KUIC and you need to progress to your degree with Keele, feel confident that we'll do our best to support you. These are some of the pathways we do provide. As you can see, International Year 1 we have in Business and Computing, Pre-Master we have in Business and Computing, and then Foundation we offer in few other fields for you to select. Now, entry requirements. I know today Hugo already told me that we are speaking to a wider audience from many different countries, Latin America, Europe. The UK requirements are the ones you see, the general ones. So we need 5 GCE subjects with A to D or GCE AS level with a minimum of 32 UCAS points. The equivalent to your specific cases will be different. Everything is on the website. If you have a specific question for your specific country, of course, I can give you this information. But be assured that although we're trying to maintain the quality, as we are a well-ranked university, and obviously we want only the best students to come and study with us, and those who are eager to develop their career and achieve excellent results from their studies, we could be flexible as well. I mean, with your certain specific cases, we can have a look and we can think, okay, it's possible that person achieved certain grades. He or she will have excellent CV, excellent personal statement. Never underestimate whichever university you select in the UK. Always put emphasis on your personal statement and CV. Don't make them generic for everyone. I read every day maybe between 10 and 15 CVs and personal statements, and I can tell when they are all generic and they are written for all the universities possible. Make it a bit more personal. If you really like Q and KUIC, make it a bit specific for that university and put your reasons why you want to study with us and what makes you inspired to come and study with Q and KUIC. By the way, we don't need any subject-specific entry requirements for international year one and foundation year, as well as for pre-master. Now, the entry requirements in terms of English language, and I know this is important, so we accept IELTS, the UKVI, or just the academic one for international foundation year. I can see there is a spelling mistake. The first one should be, it's the international foundation year, international year one. We look for 5.5, with a minimum subject 5.0 on either reading, listening, or one of the other two components. If you're looking for a pre-master program, then we will look for 6.0 with a minimum of 5.5 on one of your components. Now, we also offer country-specific ones. The ones you see, WAEC and NECO, are for West Africa predominantly, but there are certain countries, other countries, where we can look at your high school degree or your university degree, and if we see enough English classes taken there, we might decide, okay, that person will have with enough English background, so we can accept him or her. Also, on top of that, we accept Pearson with a score between 42 to 49, and we have our free online English test called EELT, which is very similar to IELTS. The only difference is that you are doing it online. It is in partnership with one of our companies called Oxford International, that we work with them. You take the test, you can literally take it for 5-6 hours. Then your results, unlike IELTS, are coming within 48 to 72 hours. And if you book your place, let's say today, you will be able to go for the test tomorrow. So if you don't have IELTS for some reason, or you don't want to wait for it, don't want to pay the 200 euros, whatever is the fee, come and take the online English test with us, get your results, be accepted. So this one, to clarify, is available only for KUIC. Keele University will have their different English language requirements. We have with KUIC 2 intakes per year, everyone. One starts in September. This year, our September intakes officially starts on the 26th, with the induction week starting on the 19th of September. And our January intake will start on the 23rd. For the next September 2023, we, of course, don't have the dates yet, but 2 intakes we have per year to offer to our applicants. Here are some of the fees you will see if you come to KUIC, to the college. So I showed you earlier the Keele fees, but these are for KUIC. As you can see, we are very competitive. We try to give reasonable price for our applicants. So the business foundation will cost you 14,000. Most of them will be around 14 to 15,000 really. And of course, because it is important for us, like Keele University as well, I already showed you the Keele University scholarships for undergraduate and postgraduate students. KUIC separately also will offer scholarships for our students as well. Currently, we are having a campaign for the September 2022 students, and they have two available scholarships to select from. One is £2,000 for discount for Foundation International Year 1 applicants, and £1,500 for pre-master applicants, which is given automatically to any applicant applying for this September. So if you obviously have in mind to apply for next year, the scholarships for next year will be announced most likely 2 months from now. Now, there is another scholarship which we are very excited about. It's called KUIC Merit Scholarship, which is the amount is £1,500. And this one is given to those who are able to write a 500 words essay for us to explain what they like about and why they're excited about coming to KUIC and Keele. We have 5 available of those scholarships, and they can be combined with the tuition fee award. So the 2 scholarships actually can be combined. But again, the first one is pretty much automatic for everyone. But the second one, the merit one, is given to only 5 of the best essays we will receive. And really, that's everything I wanted to share. I hope it was an interesting one for you, and I'm now happy and open for your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Vlad, for all this information that is so important for the people that is interested in studying with Keele University. And yes, we do have some questions, Vlad. Please,
Sure.
could you tell us when are the deadlines to submit the applications for 2022 and 2023?
Yes, so for 2022, certainly I can give you the deadlines because we have them now. So in order to be still eligible, as you can imagine, because of visa, etc., so you need to apply by the 15th of August to submit your application. The payment of the deposit. So for the KUIC programs, we require 2 payments. So 50% deposit on application. When you receive your unconditional accepted, you pay the deposit, and the second part you pay in the second semester. Now, for Keele University, obviously, you can, I think with Keele, you have 3 separate installments. But to go back to the deadlines, 15th of August for your application, 18th of August for your deposit payment, and the 26th of August for your CAS to be issued. Because, remember, especially in certain regions, those days, the EKVI extremely busy with so many students, so many applications. So if you get the CAS until the 26th of August, you still have a chance to make it with your visa. Just to make you aware and also to assure you that for some of you who are still looking for September 2022 but are concerned in terms of CAS and deadlines, we and our colleagues from Keele are working very hard to provide an extra 2, 3, maybe up to 4 weeks for delays. So if you are still looking to apply, you are looking to have your interview for the visa and go through the process, but you think that you might be coming at around, let's say, 15th of October, maybe 20th of October maximum, we can still give you that option. So we are still happy to give 3 to 4 weeks extension. But for January 2023 and September 2023, we don't have yet the deadlines. The application process there is still very much open. So normally for the January intake, the deadlines will be somewhere maybe towards the end of November. And for September next year, it will be like this year. So mid of August, 20th of August.
Perfect, Pat. Thank you for that information. That is really important to have in mind. And on the other hand, students would like to know how long in advance do the students need to reserve the accommodation?
That's an important question. Now, normally, if let's say if you're applying for this year, let's say you're a late applicant, obviously at this point, I will be honest that 80% of our accommodation is already gone, right? But normally, we can, if you're coming to KUIC, we can still help you to secure accommodation. It's just the options won't be that many. Now, if we say that you, let's say, apply for, let's say, next September, ideally, you have to be able to apply, accept your, of course, offer, and confirm accommodation ideally by the 30th of June. Because if you do so, you have all the available accommodation for you to select from. You can still apply after the 30th of June, but then you will have limited options. So my advice is, if your studies will be starting in the late September, always make sure you apply for accommodation at least, I'd say, 2.5 months in advance.
Yes, and that is good to have it in mind. Yes, and Vlad, could you please tell us what are the average costs for studying the undergraduate or postgraduate for international students and for European students?
Sorry, could you repeat the question, Hugo?
What are the average costs of studying the undergraduate or the postgraduate for international students and for European students?
Yes. So, that's a good question. Now, if we talk about Keele University, the average for Keele, well, there are different options. I mean, the nursing program could be slightly more expensive because of the very good ranking, but for Keele, the average cost for the international students will be around, I'd say, 16 to 17,000 pounds per year. 16 to 17,000 pounds. That's for the international students, right? At Keele. Now, Keele will also offer for the European students, for some of them, depending on their status. Now, unfortunately, Brexit did happen. We all know that, so we can't go back. It's already done. Now, if you, for some reason, have the so-called pre-settlement status in the UK, you will be eligible to pay home fees with Keele University, home fees which are available for all British students, right? Keele University will offer you this. Now, if you are a European student, let's say from Portugal, you've never been to the UK, you don't have this status, unfortunately, you will be paying international fees. That's the reality. Now, with KUIC, the case scenario is a bit different. KUIC average prices are around £14,000 for foundation and international year one, and £9,000 for pre-master. So 9,000 for pre-master, 14,000 for international year one and foundation. Those are the general average prices, and we at KUIC, we have one fees for everyone, so we don't distinguish between international or EU. Even the EU students with pre-settlement status will pay the same fees.
That is really important, as you say, because European students have already they have this opportunity to pay as home students, and this is a good time to take that chance. Yes, that's the opportunity. And yes, Vlad, and we do have another question, please. Does the university offers internships when the students are studying certain degrees?
Yes, absolutely. With most of the subjects, but especially the ones which are related to business, humanities. I mean, certainly the nursing ones and the ones which are like biomedical science, you will have particularly integrated internship. But if you are a business related student or computer science students, let's say, internships will be part of your every year program. They are either with local companies, because the case is in Stoke-on-Trent lately there is a very interesting kind of statistics saying that a lot of small to medium-sized companies came in the region because of the good cost of living and good cost of having a business. They run many companies, and many of those companies are also doing international trade. Some of them are IT companies, and they have huge demand, for students, especially international students, because again, their language skills and many other things which they possess. So those companies are contacting Keele all the time for students to be sent on internships. Now, how many of those internships are actually paid? I can't guarantee you. I don't know. Some of them will be paid depending on the company, but certainly there are lots of internships available for you when you study with Keele.
Thank you, Vlad, and that is important also for the students to know that. And well, Vlad, thank you really for your time. Those were all the questions we had by now, and I want to thank you for all the information, for answering the questions, and really thank all the people that was today with us, and. Remember all the students that this is the right moment to apply to Keele University International College, and you just have to contact us. Our team will be happy and ready to guide you with all the application process. Do not hesitate to contact us and make come true your dreams of studying in the UK. And we are sure that we can count with you, Vlad, with your help with all the applications.
Anytime, Hugo. I would like to thank you personally, and also you as our partners of Global Studies. Really, thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. And everyone, dream bigger. Don't give up your dreams. Even if you need an extra support, you're struggling with something, get in touch. We'll be able to help. I just had, this is finally from my side, one Indian student who had some issues with the caste, some things which she needed to sort, and she told me in the past some agents from her country, fake agents, were lying and they never helped her. But that's why we have, thankfully, you to support the students. But I called her and I told her, look, Keele is here, everything is here, don't give up. So we are going to support her, and she will make it to the UK, hopefully, if she passes her interview. So things could happen as long as you believe in your abilities. And from my experience, I can tell you that the UK, despite the rain that everyone talks about, it's a wonderful country, wonderful place, offering lots of opportunities for your personal and professional development. So hopefully I'll see some of you at Keele. And Hugo, hopefully I'll see you soon again.
Oh, it would be a pleasure to see you again. And well, we will be happy if you can help us with another event like this.
Absolutely. It will be my pleasure. Have a lovely day.
The same for you and for all the people that was with us today. And bye.